platforms. And first of all, happy 4th of July to anyone who's watching this as it's going live, or most of the people who watch my video is sometime over 24, 48-hour period. So I found that it really doesn't matter when I put it out. The majority of viewers are after the fact. But wanted to put this out because, unfortunately, duplication, there's still this concept of duplication in network marketing. Hey, Laura. And so I wanted to share, like, how was I able to sell enough toothpaste in a 24-hour period to literally paid my electric bill. And hey, Teresa. And and in order to set the proper perspective for people who are sharing on a specific social network, and show the reality of what you may need to do that's different than what I do. So I've been in this industry for 20 plus years, and I've branded myself over a significant period of time on Facebook. As it's pretty obvious. You've seen me up on stage. There's, you've seen my tools. I'm not the same as and I was like, I'm not starting from the same level as everybody else. So, but unfortunately, in this industry, they try to portray that everyone's starting from the exact same position. And so that's the difference between somebody like me who's a leader and people who are learning to share, okay, or duplication. So if somebody's learned how to share concepts, they're going to tell you, oh, just do, hey, Dean, how you doing? Hey, sis. Somebody that's learning how to share, it's going to tell you that, oh, you just duplicate. I'll tell you what to do. You just duplicate it, and you're going to have the same success as I am. And it all depends on where did you start from? Okay, how many people? Hey, Jim, how many people are in your network? How often do you post on a specific social network? So, like my posting, I'll give you the statistics. Okay, I posted on my Facebook page and sold, over a dozen tubes of toothpaste in one day. Okay. 3 other people did the exact same post. Hey, Eddie, how you doing? 3 other people did the exact same post as me. One person had 2 people respond to it and sold 2 tubes of toothpaste. I don't think they even responded to the other person. 2 other people posted it. One person had 0 responses to the post, and the other person had 2 responses and no sales. Now, how is that possible? How is it, if this is such a popular, hey, Ray, if this is such a popular thing, then how is it that I was able to do over a dozen sales and these other people weren't? So that's why I don't like to set unrealistic expectations of what you need to do in order to be successful in this business. Okay, so that was based on my building and branding and refining my friends list and interacting with people like in Facebook Lives like this for a significant period of time. Okay. Now, some more statistics. Every one of those folks who ordered from me I've never sold them anything before. Okay. So it wasn't like these were returning customers. Every one of those people who bought from me, okay, I have had a relationship with them for a period of time. So those are important things that you need to understand if you are looking to promote on social media. Now, what was so special about whitening toothpaste? Okay, well, the other piece to this is I wasn't even enrolled with the company. Okay, when I sold that toothpaste. Okay, and neither were any of the other people that took a shot on it. So these are all very important pieces of information that kind of like all come together to solve like the mystery of how are you able to make one post and sell a whole bunch of product. Okay, so first of all, it depends on, like, one of the people who were posting. Okay, I showed them how to post this on Facebook. Okay, and then I went back later and I noticed, like, have very little interaction on Facebook. So where is your audience? Okay, or do you have an audience at all? Okay, one person has almost no audience. Okay, another person, majority of their audience is not on Facebook. It's on either Snapchat or Instagram. Okay, so if you're teaching people how to, how's it going, Nathan? If you're teaching people how to duplicate on one social media platform, there's no such thing anymore. Yes, Facebook has a huge audience, but where is your audience? Okay, is it on Twitter? I've got 15,000 people on Twitter. Okay, I rarely promote on that network. So are you a Snapchatter? Okay, are you on Instagram? How you doing, Randy? Like, where is your audience? So I taught somebody how to promote whitening toothpaste on Facebook. That's not where their audience is. So of course they didn't get any response. Okay, so now I have to go back to that person and share. That's the difference of working with me, because I'm a social media leader. Okay, I understand how social media works. So I can take that same post. Okay, instead of teaching people how to share it, I can demonstrate to them how to twist that post. You can't take the same post. It's just not going to work. I can guarantee you. That post is not going to work on Instagram or Snapchat. It's just not going to work the way it works on Facebook. Same thing. It would not work on Twitter the same way it works on Facebook. Okay, but I could twist that post, and that's what I'm going to start doing. Is, like, I'm going to take that individual who had zero success, okay, on Facebook, and I'm going to say, take that same post, now do it this way on Instagram and Snapchat, and let's see what your response is there, because both of those have allow private messaging platforms. Thanks, Ray. Both of those have. Okay. And if that's where your audience is, are you going to stop now and try to? You could, and I'm not, but you're starting from ground zero. Okay. Doesn't it make a lot more sense to, at this point, go into the platform where your audience is, okay, where you have the most engagement, and how you doing, Vin? And then demonstrate to them how to engage with their audience in that other platform. We don't have one platform anymore. Okay, a lot of us, like in my age group, yeah, that's where we are. And of course, a lot of the leaders in direct sales and network marketing, they're in my age group. So it's comfortable for them to demonstrate, and it worked. I mean, I'm not going to say it didn't work. I just did it and said, hey, if you don't know the story, I said, hey, let me give this a try. I was working with a huge, has made over $10 million in network marketing. They were, going to post this, and they needed my help getting it on Facebook. And they literally got, a large response on Facebook. But again, I had other people that, either sold two tubes of toothpaste or sold nothing at all. And so that's where me as a leader, I understand how social media works. Like, I understand that the reason why the toothpaste sold was because it's visual and it's emotional. It's in the right price range. Okay, it's in a good price point. So people will try it. Okay, and I understand, like, what my influence is on my social influences on Facebook. So I know all the who cares stuff. Okay, but if you don't know what the who cares stuff is behind the scenes, you'll never figure out. That's where people come in, try and fail. They're like, okay, I tried it, it didn't work. Okay, that stuff they'll never say it was because they don't know. It's that stuff doesn't work. Okay, well, what do you mean it doesn't work? I just paid my electric bill. I sold toothpaste for one day and I paid my electric bill. Okay, and all I did was take the two posts, didn't change a thing. I took the two posts that they gave me, okay, posted them. Okay, day one posted, the first post. Day two posted the second post, exactly as they showed me how to do it. Okay, but there was a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes that the other, that the other three people don't know. Okay, they don't know why, how, or why. I do. I understand the hows and whys. That's a big difference. You're going to find out most of the people in this industry that are the leaders in direct sales, not just in the affiliate marketing and all stuff, they worked with somebody, they learned concepts from them because that person put the work in. They learned the concepts from that person, and then they learned how to share that effectively. Okay? I'm not saying you can't make a lot of money doing that. I know people have made a ton of money, but they don't know why. Okay? They don't know the hows and whys. All they know, and then what happens is when that stops working, that's where you start seeing, that's why like you see these people come in, they make a big amount of money because they're effective communicators, but they don't know the hows and whys behind the scenes. So all they know is somebody showed them this concept, they adopted it, okay, and applied it, and then they shared it. And then all of a sudden, because social media and how we're marketed to it, that changes all. It's changing constantly. Changing. I guarantee you, if I tried to do this with the toothpaste 2 years ago, it probably wouldn't have worked at all. Okay? It wasn't like and I know because I know people have tried it. Okay? So I sold that. I used that toothpaste and sold it. And as a matter of fact, one of the people who's watching this, confidentially behind the scenes, I was like, I used this toothpaste for 8 years and never sold a single tube for 8 years. That was back, I left this company in 2008 and went into another company. Never sold a single tube of this toothpaste. It was great, amazing toothpaste. I know how well it works, okay? But we weren't in the timing. It's timing. We weren't in this selfie generation, right? Where people care about a lot of people care about what they look like online, right? People are posting selfies, several a day. Some people post several a day, right? Or several a week. Doesn't matter what age you are anymore. We're in this self-appearance, posting it online thing. So people who care about what they look like when they're in public, because you never know when you're going to be on camera. If somebody cares about their appearance, you never know today when you're going to be on camera somewhere. They want to look their best, right? So that's the number one reason. I'm going to do this because I'm broadcasting on two. I always broadcast on two different platforms at the same time. So number one reason is we're in this selfie craze. Okay. Now, not the first time I've tried to get in front of the selfie craze. Okay. So I try stuff and it just, I went out and spent $2,000, literally spent $2,000 on this device. It's a facial analyzer. You put your face in this device, and if you followed me long enough, you either got to try it or, and seen it, or you've seen me talking about it online, right? And I had everything ready to go because this company was launching this skincare line, and I knew that we were in the middle of this selfie craze, this selfie generation. So what I did was I got in preparation. Well, the company dropped the ball on the product line, right? They really didn't do their homework on the product line, and people had issues with the product. And so they had to go back, reformulate the product and things like that. So I still have this $2,000 device that I know someday it's going to come back around, okay, someday soon, now that I'm doing this, because we're in this selfie craze. I'm just looking for the right product to use to promote it, okay? And literally, I knew from, past history, as a matter of fact, with this company I'm with, again, that particular device was really popular because back in the day, that same device, it looks like you're almost like you're putting your head into an egg, okay, and it takes high resolution photographs. Back in the day, that device was between $20,000 and $30,000. And so the only time you ever saw the device was when you went to an event. And when you with your paid ticket to the event, you'd get this little coupon that you can then people would literally stand in line for, for an hour, 2 hours to have their face analyzed. Okay, because what it would do is it would show you what your actual age, like how your appearance, what age your appearance was. And that device, because of the way high resolution photography came down in price, went from $20,000, $30,000 down to a couple of $1,000s. So I literally still sitting here in my house just waiting for the time. So because we're in the selfie craze. So that's the reason, okay, why people are concerned about the appearance of their teeth, okay? Because why? When they smile in a picture, they want to portray the correct the image that they're looking for. Okay, so that's why the whitening toothpaste is selling. I don't know who gave me the thumbs up, but so now it's the how. How do I become an influencer, somebody who wants to, people want to buy this stuff from? Okay, so that's the stuff that I work on, with my team, is the hows. How do I do this? Okay, so it's more than, you have to understand, it's more than just grabbing something and sharing it. Okay, that's why I said this in an earlier whitening, at all the companies now are jumping in and selling whitening toothpaste, all of them. Okay, they have a little different, what their little pitch, does it have this in it, doesn't have that in it. And again, people think that everyone cares about the stuff, and you might find one person out of 10. And as a matter of fact, that's exactly what the number was. They latched on to something that was in the toothpaste and said, "Oh, I won't buy the toothpaste because of this." Okay, not my customer. There's going to be maybe another product out there for you. That's okay. I don't try to convince people that that their view is wrong. You tell somebody that they're wrong, and you've already lost the sale anyway. Okay, so if you tell them you're wrong, you're never going to get the customer back again. So this is what it has in it. It's either for you or it's not for you. If it's not for you, there might be another product. Keep doing your research. You might find something else. It doesn't. But again, 9 out of 10 people don't care. Okay, they don't care what's in the prescription. They just want to know if I take it, it's not going to hurt me. The odds are in my favor that it's going to do something that I need it to do. They're looking to solve the problem, and people get latched onto the ingredients. What is it like? This company I'm with is selling. What is it? The little essential oils. Okay, and every company, our essential oils are better than your essential. Nobody cares. If I use the essential oil, is it going to do what I need it to do? They don't care how clinical it is or how, where they get the special, berry from, and they literally don't care. They want to, is this going to work for me? And can I afford it? Is it going to help me? Is it going to solve my problem? That's what 9 out of 10 people care about. And the companies, that's why I say separate yourself from the company, right? If somebody's telling you this is what you need to duplicate, question it, or try it. But it's okay to try it. That's why I said, let me try it. Okay, let me try this post. Okay, but don't stop because it didn't work for you. Like the average will say, oh, it didn't work. That stuff doesn't work. Throw their hands up. That doesn't work. It's not how that's not, you won't ever become a leader in this industry going, oh, I tried it. It didn't work. Hands up. Okay, throw in the towel. Right, here we go. Throw in the towel. Okay, gotta get it. Didn't work. Okay, I tried it. I did one post. It didn't work. Throw in the towel. You'll never get anywhere in anything. Okay, so I looked at that. I looked at the people who posted like the whitening toothpaste. What's the deal? Oh, they're not. Okay, well this person never posts. Maybe 2 or 3 times a week they post on Facebook, and it's nothing business oriented or what I'm saying, like it's fun stuff. Okay, so people aren't gonna, they're not gonna take that seriously. I post a combination of things that, I've kind of positioned myself or branded myself as a leader in an industry. It's a big difference. Okay, looked at it. Another person again. Only posts really comical stuff, or very fringe, stuff, and not going to be taken seriously on a business post. So things like that. Looked at one of the people. Most of their audience is on Instagram and Snapchat. Okay, well, why They took what I told them, okay, and duplicated it, but their audience isn't there. It's someplace else. So again, it's just a matter of like, where's your audience? And if you don't have an audience at all, okay, that's another thing. A leader can help you develop, and start branding yourself now. So yeah, maybe this month you'll sell, 1 tube, and next month you'll sell 2 or 3 tubes. It's one of those kind of things where you're kind of building yourself up. Here's the major difference in what I'm seeing as far as like getting, like literally had 4 people in one day. So yeah, I'll try that. Why? Because it wasn't pay to play. Okay, network marketing companies and most of the affiliate marketing companies, you got to buy the product first, right? It's pay to play. You got to invest something. I don't care how much it is, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50. You got to invest something in order to, it's pay to play. This company erased that. No more pay to play, right? You don't have to get a kit. You don't have to, as a matter of fact, like I said, the 4 other people that posted never even got into the company. Never got in. They tried it first. I didn't even say, here's where you go to enroll. I was like, here's what you have to post, right? So now I can go back to like this other person that is on Instagram and Snapchat and say, okay, try posting this on Instagram and try posting this on Snapchat because I know what those audience, like how to attract people in those 2 platforms, like why they're there. I know why they're there. Okay, so try this and see what happens on those platforms. So like chances are they're going to be a lot more successful, like where they sold 0 tubes on Facebook where their audience isn't. They're going to be a lot more successful in getting people to respond on Instagram and Snapchat. Well, what's the average person going to do? The average leader, what's quote unquote leader, who's only really learned how to share, they're going to say, take the same post and just copy it over to Instagram. A set of teeth on Instagram is, I can guarantee you, it's not going to go anywhere. Like that's not going to attract anybody. A set of teeth on Snapchat it's not going to attract anyone. Okay, it's a completely different platform. There's no background of it's current it's current stuff that's going on. You have to refocus if you're gonna do posts on those things, and most of the people in this industry don't teach people how, like they don't even know, like all they know is there's this Instagram thing where you can share pictures, and there's and videos, and there's the Snapchat thing where you can where you can share pictures. And oh, by the way, the Snapchat thing, it goes away after you look at it. Like literally, that's what they know about these platforms. Not understanding like why would somebody use, until you learn why somebody would use Snapchat over Instagram over Facebook, until you understand that, it's just all you're doing is just grabbing what somebody shared with you and throwing it up there and then wondering, why doesn't this work? Like, why don't I get any engagement? Or the worst in network marketing, the only engagement you get is the people who are already buying the product from the company, and you're making $0 every time they do that. Okay, so like that's literally, I mean, it's things that like I teach people, like don't friend request people that are already in your company. Like these are little things that I teach, like don't friend request people that are already. Why would you friend? You have on Facebook, you have 5,000 friends. Why would you friend request people that are already in your company? They can't, it's each one of those 5,000, this is literally what I teach people when they work with me one-on-one. Imagine that each of those 5,000 slots is worth $1 million. Okay, because you only have 5,000. Not that you can only have 5,000 people looking at your content, but you only have 5,000 friend requests. Okay, friend slots. So you can have 3 million, 4 million followers. There's no limit to followers. But you only have 5,000 friend slots. Each of those slots is easily worth $1 million to you. Each slot. And people use them up to get likes. To get people just to like their stuff. Because no one's showing them the appropriate way to build their network. If you're in business, how to build your network. Right? If you looked at the average person who's not in network marketing, they probably have 200 250 friends. Okay, some people maybe a little more. If you look at the person that's in network marketing, they're going to have, or even affiliate marketing, they're going to have, a couple. They're going to have over 1,000, probably 1,500, 1,600 average person. Okay, and then you've got the people who have, because they're up on stage and stuff all the time, or they're on calls and things. They may have 4,000, 5,000, but they don't know why. And those people, they can't buy anything from them, right? You can't buy from them because why? They're already in the network under somebody else. They filled up their slots with people that are already in their business that they can't sell anything to, right? So I want my friend. That's why I'm constantly paring down my friends. Like people are like, well, like they see me add friends but my number always stays the same. Like how is that possible? Because I go out there and as birthdays come up and things like that, I'm paring down I look if I wish everybody happy birthday on their birthday. And if this person's not interacting with me at all and I really don't know who they are, like they friend requested me for whatever reason, and I don't know who they are, like, and they're never interacting with me, chances are they're going to go. They're going to get bounced. Okay? I'll wish them a happy birthday and then unfriend them. Okay? Because they're not going to respond back to me at all. So like that's how I use the friend thing to control my list. I always say, like I've said this from the beginning, after I got my friends list up to, it was close to 4,000 people on Facebook, and the only thing I was getting was like game requests, or people trying to sell me something from their deal. I said, you know what, I'd rather have 200 really good, people that are interacting with me than 4,000, interacting with me for the right reasons, than 4,000 people that are, that don't really care about me at all. They just want something from me, or they're just looking to, to grow their game thing. Back in the day, it was like they were just growing their, game, like what you would get for game points and stuff like that. That was the big thing back when Facebook first started. Was like, how many more people you got into the game, the more points you got, and you got extra farm animals, and like literally. Where's that today? That's not why people, most people anyway, come into. Hey Cheryl, hey Celeste. So, in any case, it's 11 o'clock. I try to keep these things down to 30 minutes. So hopefully you got something good out of this. Again, work with the leaders, with real leaders, not the duplicators. Most of the people that I work with or have worked with in the past, they're duplicators. They became really successful duplicating. But once the duplication runs out, which is already starting to happen with social media, and that's the reason why I've got people like, taking the exact same post that I did, and because there's 4 or 5 or 6, it's almost like when I was a kid, there were 3 channels on TV, right? In Connecticut, we had 3, 8, and 30. That's all we had. Now there's 200 channels, so advertising on TV is not what it used to be, right? Now it's really hard to find where people are. Advertising originally on social networking, advertising was on Facebook, right? And Google. I mean, like your choice was Google and Facebook. That was it, right? So now we've got what? We have. Has lost a significant amount of their market. So you got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn takes advertising now, and Snapchat and Instagram, and and some of the smaller platforms. So Twitch. I mean, there's people are all over the place. Was it YouNow? Like people are literally all over. You don't know where people are going to be. Where they are today is not where they're going to be. 2 years from now. So where's your audience? If your audience is on Facebook, then you might, and you branded yourself as a networker the appropriate way. Not, like posting your product every 30 seconds on your page. Then if you're doing that, you're just wasting your time. So posting the appropriate way, branding yourself as a leader, and following, where your influence is. Like those are the keys to, like how I show people how to build their network. So it's 11 o'clock. Have a great and happy 4th of July, everyone, and keep up the good fight, and keep building. And it's never too late. Refine, change, update, doesn't really matter. If the company is good and sound and all that stuff. That's why I don't say what company it is. It really doesn't matter. It's not going to be just one product. It really doesn't matter. If you got a product that's visual and emotional, something that people want. I said it. I never expected to be selling toothpaste that I was using 8 years ago. I never expected it, and I never expected it to be this successful. Coming back around and showing other people how to do it, and showing them how to do it successfully as well. So, in any case, have a great holiday. See you after the holiday. I'll post something else. Have a great